Hey guys, Randy here, and welcome aboard the Seabee Traveler channel. Alright, look at this. I am in the woods camping. You might hear some generators. Look how pretty. Look how pretty this is. Wow, that is beautiful. Wow, that is just very pretty. But the reason you might hear generators is because I'm with a big group of people. Look at all these campers. Now we're up by Greens Peak. It's just off the 260. It's kind of by Sunrise Ski Resort, kind of in that area. But there's a wedding gonna happen, and they asked me if I wanted to maybe take some pictures for them for the wedding, so I said I would. Wow, this is just beautiful woods in here. Lots of elk. You could hear them calling. It's late September, so they're in the rut. But just look at these aspen. Look how huge these things get here. Just look at that thing. All right, well, it's a little bit different video today because I am just gonna kind of walk around, do what I used to do, and just kind of take my time and look for some pictures. You can see people have carved their names. It's kind of hard to see. Huh? There we go. It says hi. These are just beautiful. And then when I was in Wisconsin, I saw the silver birch, which looked a lot like aspen. I thought they were aspen at first. Somebody's not happy I'm walking by. Wow, this is just beautiful. There's got to be a picture in here somewhere. I do notice the aspen aren't quite turning yet. Since it's late September, it's about a week early. I did ask them to postpone. I did ask them to postpone the wedding for about another week, but they weren't having it. Figured it might be a little selfish of me. What's this? But you see there's some color in the aspen, but about a week early, I think. This is, I know what this is. They said sometime about 3 or 4 days ago, a bear came in and took this basket because it had the light fixtures in it, and they couldn't find it. They didn't know where the bear would have taken it, so I'll take it back to him. Wow, look how pretty. Look how pretty that is. Might be a little prettier to the eye. Camera may not pick it up as well. But look at that. Even some of the pines. Here's an example. Some of the pines, and I didn't realize they did that. Some of the pines turn in the shed, I guess. See, some are turning. Wow, yeah, I'm gonna have to take a little walk. I've got a little bit of time this morning before I have to start getting ready for figuring out what I'm gonna do for the wedding. But I want to take a little bit of time for myself. It's cold last night, probably about, I don't know, it was over freezing, so it wasn't horribly cold. But there's another aspen I kind of want to show you. Actually, I'm going to grab this. And then I'll show you that other aspen I wanted to see. See, here's an example how pretty it can be with these pines turning yellow. You got the blue, the new shoots, and then the green, and then the yellow. All right. Boy, just walking around up here, this elevation, we're probably around, I don't know, 9,000 feet. I don't know the exact elevation, but pretty high. Look at that huge aspen. Wow.
Feel the spirit in the sand. I'm back in my homeland. From the Grand Canyon to Sedona's light, cactus shadows in the twilight. Morning breaks with a rosy dawn. Feels so good to be back home. Echoes of memories in the wind, painted deserts like a dream. Footsteps in the red dirt road. Now I'm home, never feeling alone. This is where my heart belongs. In Arizona, singing songs. Feel the spirit in the sand. I'm back in my homeland.
All right, I made the trash can made it back to its home. But this is a kind of a neat little aspen. Oh, dogs are chasing. But this, at some point, was cut. You can kind of see, I'm gonna come this way so we can see it better. But you can see here how it was cut or broke off. No, it was cut. But then another part of it grew off into there. So I thought that was really neat. It's kind of unique, I think. And when the sun is hitting it just right, it's really pretty. Now this video isn't going to be about the wedding. It's going to mostly be about kind of just, there's my granddaughter looking for worms. But this is kind of the camp for they've been up here for 2 weeks probably. I just came up last night, got in probably about 4:30. Got my truck in its place. Then we had There's a fire going, everybody's kind of huddled around that. I do want to kind of show you how pretty it is where they're going to be getting, where the ceremony is going to be. You can see the bride and the groom are straight ahead of us, checking stuff out. So we've got, before we get over there, we've got these spools kind of standing around. This is for the ceremony or the reception after. And then they brought out a dance floor. Look at that. So just after the wedding, they have a live DJ out here. And then inside there is where the food and everything's going to be. But where the ceremony is going to be is really pretty. You can kind of see down here. The sun is just coming up, so it's nice. Boy, look at that ragged old. That one's dead, looks like. We had a critter living in there too, look at that. We're digging for worms or something. Yeah, here's where the ceremony's gonna be. How cool is that? And then, see, I tried again. Say, hey, look, if you guys would just wait one more week, those aspen would be yellow behind you. Just think how much more beautiful the pictures would be. Still no go. Oh well. Can't say I didn't try. Well, I think I'm gonna go get my camera. This is just gonna be a quick little video today. So, well, look, they even have like a bonfire pit. Yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna go get my camera. And then, look at that. Look at that aspen. Bending and curving. Wow. All right, let's go get the camera. They even brought a bobcat up here. Move stuff around. Not bad for some mountain folk. That's funny. Everybody's starting to wake up. Stir, the kids are starting to play. Gotta get some breakfast too.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
This old log is covered with moss. Oh, look at that. It's got contributing back to nature. That was a big tree at one time. Wow. There's some more squirrels telling everybody I'm here. I saw this. This is kind of neat. Look how that was a really, really old pine. And then after it had died, probably an aspen or something, another pine growing up through that. And it's died, and somebody cut it down. That's really cool. That shows you how long that tree has been dead and starting to decay. Wow. I always think that in the woods, it's not the big things that you're gonna find. Sure, you can get those big vistas, but I think by looking at the smaller stuff, you're gonna find more. It's kind of cool. Look at how this bark is peeling off this old aspen. I know the silver birch, I think it was, they use that for shingles and stuff on roofs. There's a lot of dead logs here. I just enjoy the peace and quiet. I do know there's bears up here, so I don't want to go too far away from where everybody's at because they'll stay away from them. I kind of like how the sun is hitting that moss on those rocks right there. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to walk around a little bit there and see if I can find something. That's really neat. You can tell they get a lot of moisture here. And with all these tall trees, don't get a lot of sun to burn that moisture off. All right, well, I am gonna look around here because I kind of like something. So hopefully, if I find something, here it is. Tried a couple different things. I've probably spent 15 minutes here looking around. But I tried focusing on trying to walk around these rocks, focusing on that. But the sun is just a little bit too bright. Wow, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of options around. I could spend probably all day if I wanted to, if I had the time. This is beautiful back here. This does just look so pretty with as farther I go back in the woods. But anyways, I have to get back. I've got to start getting some stuff ready for the wedding. And thanks for coming along on the short little video, a little walk through the woods. Clear my mind a little bit. That might be interesting. Something about that. But anyways, thanks for coming along, and just remind you to hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel grow, and get out and check out those old towns like I really like to do. So I think that's going to do it. I'm going to sign off, and just remember, never say goodbye, always see you later.